treasures. So, what happened? Well, yeah, I could see everyone. Okay, let me have that only. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. You can also say in your mind, Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. May there be happiness for all. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. May there be peace for all. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. May there be wholeness for all. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. May there be auspiciousness for all. When you are saying this, Mangal, you say that may there be happiness for all. So there may be unauthorized occupants of the mind. I say, no, I'm feeling sleepy. I had a problem yesterday with that guy, with that situation. So you superimpose, may there be happiness for, may there be happiness for all. So when we do this happiness for all, it helps us. It takes time. You're doing the regular practice. That is one thing. And when you are doing it regularly, what happens? A sense of humility dawns in your mind. What I have to do by criticizing, blaming, and complaining. It is helping your mind. It has nothing to do with others. Pay attention. The humility prepares the mind, and at the same time, when you are saying, may there be happiness for all, the gratitude opens. Why gratitude? Because you are seeking happiness for everyone. So our intellect should be alert and vigilant that what exactly we are doing, don't do it as a ritual. And if you are doing it as a ritual, it will not work. It may help you a bit, but otherwise it will not work. So if you are using your understanding, the cognitive understanding, with that you are saying the Mangala Charan, may there be happiness for all. One day what is going to happen? Near and the dear ones of which you had certain grudges against, one day your mind will say, what I have to do with it? Oh, they are my near and the dear ones, so let me go along with it. That is the right moment where you become a seeker and you are ready to pass on this message with your thought, with your speech, with your action. And if it is not happening, you still have certain grudges, means we want to hide something from our near and the dear ones. It means you are not progressing. You may be thinking that you are progressing intellectually. Unauthorized occupants are still there. You can open your eyes. Negative patterns are there, and they will lead you to the delusion. You will not be able to progress. That you have to keep in your mind. This is a spiritual journey. It is not the academic journey where you understand and finished, but you keep the grudge inside. It will not work. So it has to work that way. Why? Attitude, behavior, and conduct changes. Attitude, behavior, and conduct in delusion, different. Attitude, behavior, and conduct when you are doing a Mangalacharan mantra should be different. If you don't find any difference, then it is not working. Simple, it is not working. You may claim either before others that, oh, it's working, I'm doing meditation, but we all are seekers. That is why I'm saying this. It will not work. It will not work. Why it will not work? Maybe after some time, either you will leave or you will have the same challenges. Academic study and spiritual study. Spiritual study comes when you listen and learn, contemplate and reflect, practice and experience. You have a cognitive understanding. I believe you are clear. So now let us move to the next step. We are working on the 6 treasures. Oh, let me put one more thing in the context. So we have completed the Sama, the topic of the Sama. We are talking about the Dama. Now, do you think that I have covered every aspect of the Sama? Answer is no. Why no? Why I did not cover? Because if I want to cover, it will take another 50 sessions. So, but why? How I understand that the Sama is not fully covered? My mind is calm. I am calmness. There is a big difference between the two. I am peace and I am in peace. In between I am in peace, it means that peace is within me. And so the peace is within me, it means peace is different than me. And I am peace means I am pointing to the real self. In between there is a big gap. And that gap is filled when we understand Sama with reference to the 3 gunas, Sama with reference to the 3 bodies we discussed, Sama with reference to the 5 koshas, Sama with reference to the delusion, perhaps I did not cover, Sama with reference to the delusion, then only. So that we will take up at a later stage. It is a higher journey into the self-discovery. So now that is why I said I picked up the topic seeker in waiting and seeker treading the path. Seeker in waiting. I will discuss about the 4 types of the seekers, out of which all the seekers can tread the path of self-discovery. But then there are 4 types of non-seekers. Also, they can also attend the session. Yes, anyone can attend the session. But we have to understand clearly how the mind is working. I believe you are clear. If you are not clear during discussion, you can ask the question. So we covered briefly what's Sama. The first thing that we covered in the Sama is the core concept of the Sama. What is that? It is the active peace. Active peace. I am in peace while talking. I am in peace while listening. I am in peace while communicating with others. I am in peace in this situation. That is active peace. Passive peace, you fall into sleep, you close your eyes, you relax. So that is what Sama is. Dynamic, internal calmness, but still it is active. The ability to keep the mind steady and available. That is what we discuss. A mind lost, where it is lost? Why it is not available? It is lost in distractions. But why it is lost in distractions? So there, that we will cover later. It may be distracted due to the 3 gunas, may be distracted due to the 3 bodies, 5 koshas. So these are the different many layers of the ignorance. That will be a little higher step in this. So that is the first thing, active peace. Second step of the Sama we covered, discernment in dispassion. If we don't live with the discernment in dispassion during the day, the Sama will not enter into my life. What is one example of this? Oh, my honey is crazy. I don't want to talk to that. I want to be in peace. That is your absence of discernment in dispassion. You are already disturbed, and you claim that your disturbances comes from the others, and hence you don't want to talk to the other person. It means your mind is already moving outside. There is no internal calmness at all. So that is why I told you difference between the academic study and the spiritual study are different. I have to check within myself. If you don't check inside you, you are not casual, perfect, natural with anyone and everyone. In any situation. There is a problem. The third point, what I said, when you have a right discernment in dispassion, so the Sama can be expressed in the thought, speech, and action. That is the third point I covered. Then I covered the etymology of the Sama. What is the etymology? What exactly is the meaning of the word? The quieten, to pacify, to become calm, to subdue. Ultimately, it is the mastery over the mind, but remember, it is the internal calmness. The mind is burning inside and outside, you are holding it, and that you say Sama. No, it is not Sama. It is craziness. Without discernment and dispassion, it will not happen. Oh, my dad, my mom has come. Okay, anyhow, beer guy told me to remain calm. So you are calm outside, but you are disturbed inside. You have, that is why I told you, second step is discernment and dispassion. If you don't apply discernment and dispassion, your thought, speech, and action will not change, and you will not prove that you are in Sama. Layman's. Now, if your layman explanation of this Sama is simple, just a control of the mind, layman's understand. Because those people who do not want to go deeper, we can simply say control of the mind, foundational calmness, even under pressure. You maintain the calmness under different pressure. And the sixth point that we covered, Sama is the active peace and Shanti is the passive peace. But the passive peace should not be taken as laziness, sleepiness. If you take sleepiness and laziness, oh, I'm feeling, I went into deep sleep in meditation. That is not your Sama. The seventh point that we covered is the Sama is our essential nature. So difference between essential nature and incidental nature, temporary nature and permanent nature. Sama is permanent peace. That does not change. It remains as it is. Whatever the situation, condition. So that is what I discussed, that we will take up later at the higher journey. But if it is incidental, your Sama is incidental, it means we have to work hard, work smart with the discernment and dispassion. So now we come to the Dama. Dama is this external calmness, you can say. One is the internal peace. This is the external peace. External peace when when all the senses are active. I see you. Oh, you are more beautiful than me. Dama is gone. Mind picks up the thought. You are smarter than me. Oh, no. I feel you. I feel little upset because you. So outer situation, when I perceive any object of the senses and my mind do not remain calm, it is the external calmness is not achieved. Dama is skillful self-mastery over the senses. Sight, hearing, taste, touch, and the smell. The goal is not rejecting the world or suppressing desire, but guiding the senses so they serve clarity and higher well-being. Remember this term. Now, if you say, for example, you have almost perfected Dhamma, you sit in meditation anytime, anywhere. Now, the mind is not distracted. Mind has to be distracted, it demands one object, any object or multiple objects, maybe people or situation that you have perceived. You retrieve it. You see, that is one reason why we practice Dhamma. And there are many other reasons. The senses easily chase objects. I would rather say the senses easily chase the things in the world or situation. And if we are not practicing Dhamma, it converts those things into objects. Do you remember what I said about the objects in Sanskrit is known as Vishaya? Vishaya means that it converts the objects into a poisonous object. Do you remember? Poisonous object means I have an intense attachment or detachment. I have an attachment or aversion towards a person or a thing or an event. So the thing as it is, you are as you are. But when I say I am attached to you, I converted you in my mind as a poisonous object, either with attachment or aversion. You are the same person. Are you understanding that one? Did you understand this? You are the same person as it. So I have to look that movement and how to correct it, discernment and dispassion. I told you, higher the level of discernment and dispassion, all these six treasures will enter into your life. Maintain that clarity. Dhamma is not suppression. It is not joylessness. It is not escapism. It is not a denial of life's pleasure. But it wants you to reject that pleasure, comes out of attachment, comes out of the delusion. That pleasure has to be, I'm sitting comfortable. That is also a pleasure. I'm talking to you. That is also a pleasure. I have a right temperature in the room. That is also a pleasure. No problem. But some people wants to control. That is the big problem. And there people leave the journey. So the daily wisdom on Dhamma and daily application. That is our second point. I have to maintain my awareness through the sense organ, how the sense organ perceive the different objects. You are watching YouTube and you see something which interests you, you click it, then you click second, then you click third. I have to maintain my awareness. How it is possible? I told you that we have to do the Mangalacharan practice. You have to listen and learn, contemplate and reflect on each point of your disturbances and anxiety and reaction. Check. Is it that the Sama is needed or Dhamma is needed? How it happened? So, sense control amidst activity. During the active hours, I am aware how my senses are behaving, whether it is leading me to that attachment or detachment or remains indifferent. Means presence over habit. We had certain habits. So we have a self-awareness over the habit, how this mind, it is very easy. When I open the computer, I want to see everything is right. Everything is right, so external calmness is there. That is also the movement of the Dama. I understand. That is also the movement of the Dama. Oh, look at this guy. Now, I picked up the topic because some women told me, who is attending my session, no, you can remove your gray hair over your eyebrows. I said, let me keep it as it is, where is the problem? Are you attending my session or are you taking care of my beauty of my face? No, it doesn't look nice, Okay, it doesn't look nice. Do you love my teaching? Yes, I love your teaching. So pay attention to my teaching. I'm just giving one example. So like this, we create certain triggers of reaction, of anxiety when near and dear ones are living with us in relationship. You have to get rid of that. You need not to worry what others is doing, how others is living and behaving. It's not your business. Even if it is your son and daughter, even if they are your parents. Why? Because it is disturbing you. It is disturbing you. Yeah, when you grow, when you rise in awareness, you can help those people. Third point in the Dhamma is the etymology. What is the meaning of the Dhamma? It is more or less the same meaning. Sanskrit word, it means Dham. Dham means taming, meaning to tame. But tame not in a reactive manner, taming with discernment and dispassion. Subdue, restrain, everything plus discernment and dispassion. You are not fighting with any of these sense organs. If you are fighting with them, you feel reaction, you don't want to talk to someone. That is the problem of one woman told me that I loaned $100,000 to my son, and now it has been 3 months. He stopped talking to me. I said, let him remain busy in his business. It is your son, you have paid it. You cannot pay me $100,000, can you? So you have a sense of belongingness. Enjoy that sense of belongingness. If he didn't call you, you call them. You call them. I don't like her. I don't like his wife. Now you see, you have another problem. Another problem with them. So I have said that you should have thought that because he has a wife, because you hate the wife, so that they are living together, you should not have paid $100,000. Unnecessary. Unwanted. I paid it, and after that I'm suffering. You have it, you had the resources, so you paid it. Thanks God that you be grateful to the God. In Patanjali Yoga Sutra, it is known as Pratyahara. Those who are yoga teachers who understand, those who are, it is known as Pratyahara. We will talk in detail about Pratyahara. Pratyahara, you see the etymology, Pratyahara. Ahara means the food. The food of each sense organ is different, means they are respective objects. Prati means opposite. Opposite means that you take your sense organs away from the objects and food of those sense organs. It is known as Pratyahara, almost equal to the state of Dama. The most important point you should remember, Dama, active Sama leads to Dama. If there is an internal calmness, you have a higher level of self-awareness. With that higher level of self-awareness, you are looking into the world outside with these five sense organs. Because of that inner calmness, it helps you to achieve the external calmness. Otherwise, it will not work. Without Dhamma, a seeker cannot awaken to the true nature. You cannot awaken yourself. Uncontrolled senses means mind is talking, taking lot of time to withdraw inside and to succeed in meditation. If Dhamma is not there, it means the mind is taking lot of time. What it means? Take an example. You are doing 1 hour of meditation. 55 minutes you are struggling to withdraw the mind. And at last in 5 minutes you are absorbed. So 55 minutes is wasted because there is no progress of Dhamma. But if you have a progress in Dhamma, 5 minutes the mind is distracted, 5 minutes you have a self-absorption. You succeed in meditation. One example. Second reason, the mind by default, the senses by default, runs after the things in the world. It is natural. You see that you are listening to me, one sense organ. You are seeing me, second sense organ. You are feeling the sense of touch with your body because of the room temperature, so that is also working. The smell, you don't have any foul or good smell, but at least that is also working. That is in active phase. Same thing with the tongue. All the 5 sense organs are in active phase. Now they are simply aware of the things as it is. Very good. Very good. But the moment your mind finds that, let me repeat that sensation or perception again and again, you have converted that thing into an object. I discussed in detail, you have to go back to the previous audio files and talk. I discussed that when the mind continues to force the sense organ to remain, to keep on thinking, to return to the same thing again and again. I explained you in Cute and Beautiful Girl, that object becomes the Vishaya. Vishaya means the poisonous object in Sanskrit. Poisonous means what? Now my mind is not able to focus where I want to focus. It is not able to withdraw. Why? It may be because of attachment, aversion, delusion, anger, stress, craving, obsession, etc., etc. So the 5 points of the Dhamma I covered today. Let us open to our discussion. Who will take over? Janice is attending a seminar. There is one good, wonderful teacher in Ukraine. That is why I used to go there regularly until the COVID. So he is doing a seminar. So Janice is attending that seminar for 3 days. It's almost 10 hours every day. Yes, who is going to? Oh, Samir, you want to speak? Yes, go ahead.
I can go.
Oh, good, good.
Is Samir going?
Sir, should I speak?
Yeah.
Or,
Okay.
sir, I have noticed one thing that mind gives us lot of projections of happiness. lot of projections of happiness, that you will find happiness means in outside activities. When we start practicing Sama and Dama, then we know the result of those activities. We are alert. We are not overexcited and we are not over expecting. We know what we are going to get out of that. I think this is the best thing what we know. So we are not, if we don't get that thing, then we are also not unhappy because we know what we are going to get. Because Sama and Dama, if you don't practice, then you blindly do all the things and you are going, means you will get this thing. But as you start practicing, you know what is going to happen. The mind is not able to fool you. Means
Yes,
by
yes. I understand that point.
Yes, I would say, means which is not present there.
Beautiful point that you raised. You know, that is the application we should apply in life. Are you okay with your honey? Samir, are you okay with Kavita?
Yes, sir. I am very lucky that wife and Guru both are superb. I have got both the worlds are good for me. Spiritual as well as material world is also.
Yeah.
She's
In America, that is not exactly the way we communicate. We don't talk about others because it's a privacy issues. But we don't have privacy issues. That is why I'm communicating. They both have been my student. Yes. How are you? Yes, David and Jerry.
Thank you. The relationship between Sama and Dama for me is this sort of constant, you know, twirling. It's almost like the opus of an orchestra. It's just constantly, and I think we just need to be, you know, calm and aware, just processing things in our daily life through that opus, as we call it. I love it. Thank you.
Yes, calm and aware all the time, in all the situation, with everyone in the world outside, you have perfected Sama and Dama. That is the another way to explain it. Beautiful. How are you, Jerry?
Sir, I'm good. I think the tools for knowing if we're calm or if we are able to control the senses are really helpful to the seeker. So anytime that we feel frustrated, disturbed, distracted, all the things you said, then we have to ask ourselves what we were expecting, what we might be attached to, what we have an aversion to, so that we can really teach ourselves. Because otherwise we just go on with our habitual nature and we rationalize that, oh, we're aware.
Yes, yes.
And we're not aware.
Yes. The trigger comes from so-called, the mind by default thinks the trigger is coming from that person, that situation. And you are aware. You discern. You enter into a state of dispassion. That level of so-called, whether you explain in terms of awareness or in terms of different events taking place, you are able to maintain that state, as the Jerry is explaining, is the same thing. You have to, one beautiful point that I missed, you have to listen to the talk again and again, why, and you have to see how others have explained and wait for that explanation to enter into your mind fully. So you have many perspectives to understand Sama and Dama. Don't say that it belongs to Jerry, it belongs to David or Samir, like today. No. It should also belong to me. When that revelation will come into my mind, that is the sign of the progress. Yes, Brandy.
I appreciate what Girish said about withdrawing the senses, because my understanding from your lesson was more through Dama, you could use your senses to like focus, or your senses get carried away, right, with the things going on outside of you, all the things that you're processing through sight, sound, etc. These things become objects, and they become
poisonous
cravings and habits and stuff. So I didn't really see it like withdrawing the senses, but maybe redirecting. So I don't know.
Yes, you can use withdrawing or redirecting. I am looking at you. So now you see, I'm aware that I'm looking at you. I'm aware my eyes are looking at you. So these eyes should not invoke or invite any unauthorized occupants of my mind. Now you define whether it's withdrawal or whatever, redirecting. So you are dropping that unauthorized occupants of the mind. So there are many ways we can explain it. So now then what happens in that awareness? I focus on what I have to say. Finished. So withdrawal, redirecting, or just dissolving the very ignorance so that the thing do not become poisonous is another way to use the word sama and dama. How are you, Stephen?
Good, sir. Thank you. In thinking about the Sama and Dama, I think I've spent a majority of the time focused on the inner peace. And I think I posed this to you before, that how, I find myself in that peace more times than not when I'm alone. And I'm now realizing that it's because I'm allowing the senses, the sight, the sound, the noise that goes around, the text messages, the landscapers outside to start to bother and disrupt that inner peace. And with starting this topic and the understanding of the Dhamma is that it is just what it is. And with awareness and the higher level of discernment and the shift of the mind, and looking at it with complete dispassion and no likes and dislikes, the Dhamma just comes to the surface, and everything else just goes away. I had that realization. I just spent a long weekend with my family and drove back. A large family, and I drove back with my parents, who just complained and like, why is this and why is that, and it was just a true test, and that's where this all came from. And I was like, well, I guess I see what Sama and Dhamma really is, because it was able to just shut it all off, to where at the end my dad says to me, how could you stay so calm with all that traffic that we went through? And I said, it's called meditation.
Good. Very good. Beautiful, beautifully said. So yes, throughout the day you are in the mode of discernment and dispassion and living your active life, driving and etc. You get that sense. Yes, it is possible. And then the other people pass on to you. How can you stay so calm? Wait for that to come to your life also. That you are calm, you are relaxed, how it is possible. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Terry, you want to say something?
No, I'm just appreciating.
Okay. Keep on listening and be into that peace, Sama and Dhamma. So it means, you can be in the state of Sama and Dhamma in a mall full of people, lot of noises there, lot of challenges on the traffic is there, lot of problems in your family life is there, and still you can be in the Sama and Dhamma. That is what we need to understand and apply. Yes, Barbara, you want to say something? Then we'll go to Christina. Yeah.
if you don't approach the world with a sense of discernment and dispassion, you could be in a constant state of disappointment, because you can be in a situation that is wonderful one time, and then you approach the same situation a second time, and it's not.
Beautiful.
So you have to look at everything with a steady mind.
Yes, yes. That is what our master says. Fourfold practices. First step is discernment. Second is the dispassion. So perhaps many masters, they continued practicing discernment and dispassion for years and years, and then they recognize there are 6 treasures, the inner wealth. They come on their own naturally. Yes, you are right. When I live in discernment in all the situations, days after days, then the thing outside do not impact. The situation do not trigger, do not create a reaction. It is almost the same thing. Internal calm is sama and external is the Dama. Yes, Christina, you want to say?
Thank you. It seems that when we recognize the unauthorized guests coming in, right, then that can put us in sama and dhamma. But what if you don't feel calm in the recognition? What are the steps to take? Is that where we go into sarvesham or shanti or?
Yes, that is the simple answer, that you continue repeating it until these unauthorized guests weaken themselves and they dissolve. So sometime it takes more time, sometime it takes less time. But then there is a one question you have to ask yourself. When you have recognized it as an unauthorized guest, and you are rationalizing by saying that if still it continues, you have already recognized it as an unauthorized guest. So then where is the problem? I answered in 2 different ways. So second part is more important. Why we keep on rationalizing? I don't want to talk to you, finished. So I close the door. But still it is disturbing me. That question is rationalization. That question does not come from the self-awareness. Are you getting? I believe you got it. Yes, Vaibhav.
Thank you, sir. So today's understanding is that in Dhamma, it's using the mind, that it is not captivated towards the sense organs. So using it correctly, and also that the poisonous character of an object is not in the object or in the senses. It is in my continuous seeking of that object. So if I remember that, then I can change on my seeking for that object.
Beautifully said. Please, for God's sake, don't. If you say, "Oh, now my honey is poisonous," no. My mind has created the poison. It is an imaginary poison. Poison created by my mind. My honey is as it is. So don't think the other way. Krishna, are you understanding? Don't think the other way. Oh, now my honey is poisonous, so let me divorce and remarry. Then second honey is also poisonous. So poisonous, when I use the word poisonous object, because of repetition, because of attachment, because of craving, because of seeking. Why seeking? Because I feel that I will be happy if he or she behaves or acts like this, thinks like this, works like this. Cute and beautiful girl, and he is changing very fast. I told you. Now he doesn't talk about it. He says, "Oh no, I forgot it." It doesn't come to my mind. But still, I poke his head. I remind him that, "Are you still searching?" No, sir. I'm not searching. You see the freedom? You see the freedom in your mind. Okay, we will work with the poise. Close your eyes. Eyes are closed and you start breathing long, deep in the hissing breath. Now you all are seekers, you can do that. Start breathing quick and fast into your chest. Just do the quick and fast breathing into your chest. We'll talk and we'll take Sangeeta will share later on. Yes, after this session. Yes, continue long, deep in the hissing breath into your chest with both the nostrils. Remember, you are expanding your rib cage and contracting the rib cage. Pay attention to it so that it becomes a joy of doing. But yes, continue. The challenge today's meditation practice, the challenge to your mind is that you can be in the state of meditation anytime, anywhere, in any situation, in any relationship. Why? Because the state of meditation is our essential nature. So that is why I started giving you the practice of breathing. So you need not to even go for being comfortable and carefree. And yes, continue. Long, deep in the hissing breath, and check that your mind is already clear about the discussion. Means what? The mind is discerning mind. It is the same mind. We don't have two types of the mind. It is the same mind, contents, discerning mind. Another group of content, default mind. But our content here is that we are doing the breathing to move the mind deeper within. Continue deep, long in the hissing breath into your rib cage. Pay attention, you are doing long in the hissing breath into your lungs, but your expansion, you expand your entire rib cage. You contract your entire rib cage and stop it. Just have a flow of breath. Pay attention to the flow of the breath. You all have done being comfortable, being carefree, and the Mangalacharan you remember. You have done the 6 neighbors. I'm just reminding you. So what happens when the mind continues doing it? You will find the calmness is there. What you are noticing, I am noticing the breath. So that is your presence. Can I say that is your presence? Presence means what? Self-awareness. What is the self-awareness? I'm emphatically saying so that when we go higher journey, I will not use this phrase. What phrase? Notice. You are noticing the flow of the breath. Breath is going in and out. You feel the sensation of the breath. Now say, in that moment, as Christina, you said before, what should we do? It will happen. What will happen? You are aware of noticing the breath and you are also noticing the crazy thoughts. No issue at all. you notice the crazy thoughts and you say, Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham, again crazy thoughts, Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. May there be happiness for all. The mind moves in another direction, and then due to the rationalization, it may happen. So our master says that you can, that is why we say that keep on repeating, never forget the practice of Mangalacharan, the very first practice. So now see, check, presence, notice, you are saying. Now either with the flow of the breath, you are noticing the breath is moving in and out, one, or you are saying, may there be happiness for all. This is a thought and you are an observer. Either you are an observer of the thought or you are an observer of may there be happiness for all. That is also a thought. Both works. So in the poise method, we move to the observer. I think I'm making myself clear. POI. Now, what is this I? I said investigate and I said witness. What is witness? How you witness? When you have a higher level of discernment and dispassion. Discernment says this flow of the breath, I am separate from the flow of the breath. This thought, may there be happiness for all, I am separate and different from may there be happiness for all. That is your discernment. And what is the dispassion? Dispassion extracts simple awareness from the flow of the breath and the happiness from the thought, may there be happiness for all. It's a little bit subtle, but when you think, contemplate and reflect, you will find it. So we have done POI. Now see that. Now simple space. The moment I find I am separate from the breath, or if I say, I am not Brandy, I am not David, so obviously I am separate from it. How do I understand the separation? There has to be a space. Do I become aware of the space? Flow of the breath is there, I am here. So this statement is strengthened by the observer and the witness or investigator. What did I say? Are you aware of that? I believe. I believe so. And in that space, if may there be happiness, the Mangalacharan is going on, very good. Breath awareness is going on, that too is good. Or nothing is going on, in that space you simply drop Om Shanti. So that is the E word you embody, the real self. That is how it works. So basically you are separate and different from all the delusions, trigger, reaction, anxiety, craving. Making a statement to make you understand, that is the Sama and Dama. And we achieve by even practice of meditation. What I am doing, mind will definitely ask. Why? Mind will ask. That's a principle of the higher journey. We will answer as we continue our journey. But we will solve this issue. And the mind says, what I am doing? I'm doing Om Shanti. Where? In the space. Why the space? That all the thought, feeling, and emotion that enters into my mind as an unauthorized guest are not me. And hence, that is why I'm doing Om Shanti. So you are all the points are together. P, the noticing, observer, investigate, space, and Om Shanti. Everything go together as one mantra, Om Shanti. What I'm doing, I'm just Om Shanti. Why? Just for the sake of Om Shanti. So for the sake of the Om Shanti, you are already in meditation. Now I'm driving the thoughts away. Yes, I have yet to move into that state. Still thought, feeling, and some objects or things are disturbing you. You already know the mind wants to go outside. There is no internal calm as well as the external world. So you become aware of those objects or people or relations or events. And then again you find the space and you say Om Shanti. Do it stepwise. No worries at all. Don't be in a hurry. And you will see you can easily move to that state of Om Shanti and what used to take 3-4 days a week to calm down your anxiety, your craziness, now it takes only few minutes or seconds. Is it not a progress? Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Is this chanting or saying Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti is not the reminder to the mind? Mind, move to discernment. Accept only this Shanti. Don't accept the unwanted guest. That is one. You may find many other explanations when you go deeper into the journey. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand. Yeah. left hand, lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside the palms, know your experiences, bring the hands down, we'll share our experiences. How are you, Barbara?
I'm very good, thank you. The meditation was very peaceful. I didn't have any thoughts, just quietness.
Beautiful, beautiful, very beautiful. How are you, Sangeeta?
सर कई बार मन में कोई थॉट चलता है तो वो एक कहानी का रूप ले लेता है कि फ्यूचर में ये इससे ऐसा होगा ऐसा होगा ऐसा होगा, तो थोड़ी देर तो हम उसके साथ चलने लग जाते हैं, लेकिन फिर अवेयरनेस और डिसर्नमेंट आती है, और अगर वो थॉट नहीं जा रहा तो ओम शांति शुरू होती है, तो उसके बाद धीरे धीरे ठीक हो जाता है.
Beautiful point. She raised a beautiful point. The first point, what she said, we all should be aware of it. The moment any thought enters into your mind, you notice it, means you become aware of it, and the mind starts the story related to that thought. Did you get it? Then she said that the moment the discernment and dispassion enters the mind, it is gone. It's all imaginary. Where are you, mind? Why you are thinking like this? Why this craziness? And it leads you to the calmness. That is the power of what we say? Cognitive understanding. Cognitive change. Cognitive change changes your attitude, behavior, and conduct, changes your thought, speech, and action, changes ultimately your mind. How are you, David and Jerry?
Thank you, sir. For me, there was lots of detachment and space, and therefore calmness. There was an awareness of thoughts, but nothing more than that. So thank you.
Beautiful. Yes, beautiful. That calmness is definitely from within you. How are you, Jerry?
Sorry, I'm good, thank you. Question, the poison, is it Vishaya? The word for poison in Sanskrit?
The poison means, no.
No, the word that you use?
Vishaya. Poison means wish, and poisonous object means Vishaya.
Okay. I think that the use of the poison, the Vishaya, is really helpful to the ignorant and delusional minds, because we need something strong like that.
Yes.
Because otherwise, if we just say it's not good for us, that's not enough.
That's not
we have to really realize and press upon the default mind how poisonous this behavior is, how we'll continue to suffer by this behavior. And I think that that's helpful for us to make change.
Yes, perhaps. That is why these masters have coined this word Vishaya. Otherwise, other objects are just things in the world. I'm just separating the two. Things in the world and the poisonous things, they become the objects. And you are right. Perhaps the masters had this thing in the mind. I'm craving for something, or I have an extreme hatred. I'm not aware that what this hatred will bring to me. Nothing. Unless I say it is poisonous. Yes, it has its power. How are you, Christina?
Thank you. My meditation was deep and calm and peaceful.
Very good. Peaceful and calm. How are you, Stephen?
Good, sir. Thank you. My meditation started out with a few thoughts that I acknowledged that the thoughts were there, and they dissipated immediately. And then I noticed that I just started falling deeper and deeper, and then I forgot to silence my phone. And so my text messages started going off again. And with each text message, I heard it. And then it made me go deeper into my meditation. And I just felt the peace. So thank you.
Yes, yes, he's talking of the diksha, resilience and endurance. Even he heard the sound of the budge of these text messages not impacting, rather than helping me. No, I have to go deeper. Can it help me? Yes, it can help me. Beautiful way. How are you, Brandy? Are your students helping you? They are crazy.
I'm good, thank you. My meditation was really deep. In fact, I was so deeply in it when you had us bring our hands to our eyes that I was like, I felt like your voice was far away, and I had to bring myself back. So
beautiful. Yes, yes, too far. That these are the experiences we should experience. Everything is too far. Means the world is too far. Means what? Dama. Another way to explain it is Dhamma. How are you, Samir?
Sir, one thing I have been learning very fast is that the art of not responding.
Yeah, not reacting.
Art of not responding to unnecessary arguments outside and not responding to unnecessary thoughts inside. So I am not responding, and I am very happy with these two things.
Very good.
It is coming a lot of peace in my life.
So when you don't respond to Kavita, what happens? Kavita is...
Sir, nothing happens. Unnecessary argument is not there, and there is peace in the house. And the relationship between her and me is become more stronger than as I am doing meditation.
Beautiful.
It was on little things we used to fight, but now it is not there from last 1-2 years, not at all. So there is a lot of difference in her also because of this. She is also not arguing anymore nowadays.
Yes, yes, that is the beauty. It happens. You change yourself. Others wait for others to change. They will also change. That is the beauty. That is the beauty of this journey.
Sir,
everything starts becoming calmer and calmer around you. You will find, oh, everything is calm.
Sir, one thing I want to say that fire needs fuel. If you stop putting fuel, the fire will not burn.
Yes, yes, that's a good.
So if you will not respond too much, then there is no fight.
Yes, but consciously you don't fight. You are aware. You play with the discernment in dispassion, and then the relationship also becomes stronger. That is the beauty of this journey. Yes, Vaibhav, we have only one. Yeah, Vaibhav and Terry left yet.
Thank you, sir. So practice was calm. Mind was very quiet.
Mind is very quiet. Yes, Terry.
I'm battling many unwanted guests, and I find that it is not helpful to focus on the guest.
Yes. Focus on the guest. You see there is a guest and that is a host. You are the host. So don't invite them. Don't invite any guest. And even if uninvited guests come, you say, go away. You can even say mentally, go away. That guy is crazy, go away.
Or I try to think of the mantra.
Yeah, mantra is good. Mantra is good. May there be happiness for all. That is good. Om Shanti is good. I am peace is good. I am peace is also a mantra in English. We are changing the perspective. Remember what is very important to when I say discerning intellect or discerning mind and default mind. mind, it is the same mind with two types of contents. There are not two types of the mind. Default mind, impulsive nature, crazy thoughts, laziness, duality and a conflict, and the past impression. Discerning intellect or discerning mind, clarity. Clarity, where is the peace? And if I do this, where is the stress? So the contents of the mind makes the two mind. Basically, it is not two mind, it is the same one mind. One mind with two thoughts. Uninvited guest, default mind. Invited guest, they are also guests. When you say Om Shanti, you willfully invited, consciously. When? All the time. Where? In all the situation. Especially when the maid approaches you and you call the maid and she doesn't respond. Call again.
Oh, that's okay.
That's but very good. We are changing. That is all for today. Thank you. We'll meet again.
Namaste.
Thank you, sir.
Namaste. Thank you.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.